What's up guys, it's Volka, welcome back to the channel. So this is gonna be my starter build for 1.1 Torment Warlock. So this is a way different build now than it used to be in 1.0. So it's basically like a hybrid spellcaster now. So we still use Torment for the damage over time, but we're also like doing a bunch of hit-based spells like Chaos Bolts, Rip Blood. Also really main thing for damage is Profane Orbs from Profane Veil. So you have this this node here, Hex Flurry, and Profane Orbs. So basically like when you channel Profane Veil, you cast Profane Orbs and then you can scale the frequency and damage of them. So you scale the frequency with cast speed and you get more curses, so you get more damage per curse on the target, so you can get like 420% more damage or something, because this is gonna have like 7 curses. So, and this also has like 200% damage effectiveness, the orbs, so pretty crazy. And you know, of course, Chaos Bolt is nice damage, Rip Blood is nice damage. So this is gonna be what is gonna be doing the bossing damage in the end game. Torment itself got nerfed a little bit, so you get more damage per necrotic resistance. It's not a huge deal, but you know, it deals a little bit less. But the main thing for Torment is that you lost basically 100% more damage multiplier from Withering, because it now stacks only up to 10 instead of 20. So I mean, it's still really great, but yeah. So Torment, it's like if you only use Torment for damage, it's not really enough for bossing. So this is like I can't really think of better way to build a Torment Warlock. So I really was cooking a lot to get this out and like have it super nicely min-maxed. So this is gonna be my starter. So like it's much different, like I said. We do want a lot of cast speed for the orbs. So like this is actually pretty insane, because you get 4% frequency per 1 cast speed. So, you know, 100% cast speed, 400% frequency. So you're gonna be casting like, I don't know, like 10 orbs per second, whatever. It's a lot of orbs, basically. And yeah, they do a lot of damage. Spirit Plague, you use it to just basically reduce the cooldown of Profane Veil, because this OP node is still in the game, so you can reduce the cooldown. And we get, because we actually want increased poison damage, so because Acid Skin has this node here. So Acid Skin, you apply this with Fissure, you get crit chance, so you get 20% base crit basically. But you need to hit with the actual Fissure to apply Acid Skin. So you have this on the enemy, on the boss usually, and then you scale, you get even more crit chance per increased poison damage. So 100% increased poison damage is 10% crit chance. So we need basically, I mean, of course we want to hit 100% crit chance. So this gives you 21% per stack and 13 stacks, so it's like almost like 270% or something increase, so that's almost 30% crit chance. So pretty easy stuff. You're gonna be spamming this, and it's nice because we have a lot of cast speed anyway for the for the orbs, so we're gonna be spamming this fast. So yeah, and you can even go get some bleed here. You can get some ward. So this is actually pretty strong, because we're gonna be hitting a lot, so you get ward. When hitting enemies, you get frailty and stuff. So this is complete utility. Spirit Plague, it doesn't deal any damage in the end game really. And yeah, Profane Veil is still OP. So like overall, just you get a little bit less of a damage bonus, but it's still crazy, and you're basically immortal. I mean, you dodge every hit and all that stuff. Armor apply to dot. So pretty strong. This is maybe the weakest spec for a skill. I mean, you can either spec this or Bone Curse, but I feel like this is better, because you get a lot of ward actually from this. Because when you're you're proccing Rip Blood, and you get basically like blood orbs, and they instead of HP they grant ward with this, and then you get a lot of extra HP restored, which is gonna be ward restore. So you can even get like scaling per int for the ward stuff, and you take the more damage and stuff. It's extra damage basically, and these are gonna be critting. So the passive stuff, it's mostly the same. You want this like one node here for the ignite, because Chaos Bolt has this multiplier here, so we want to be applying these ailments to enemies. But yeah, pretty much the same. Going full into the Lich tree also for the int and any kind of like this here is increased global damage basically, so it also gives us poison damage. So like any kind of poison increase is crazy, and this is of course crazy value because it's also necrotic increase. So I would really like to max this out, but you really can't because you don't really have points. You can go for the haste, and you will go for the haste usually like early on before you have you know, the haste on your boots. Maybe even then you go for like a couple of points here, but yeah, you do want that speed. Speed is nice, and then for the items, Varina's Lost Soul, really good with this. You can also go Wrong Warp, but I feel this is better because you can actually use Unspec Transplant for, you know, actual mobility and movement. So, and Twisted Heart, you know, classic, we spam to Spirit Plague and stuff, so easy ward. You want to have a bit of leech on the from the passives with this to keep up your HP, and then this gives us free Mark for Death basically, and it's like a really like low LP level item and stuff. And you want cast speed, crit multi on everything, necrotic rest, just like always, but now you just add the cast speed, you know, Bone Clamor. Pretty simple otherwise. Now we want a lot of frequency with Fissure, Spirit frequency, because we're, you know, we want to be proccing more Chaos Bolt, Trip Blood, all of those things. So kind of like anything here, Exalted is fine. I kind of like the +4 the best. You can also go like on the skill tree here. I'm not going for the Tomb Culture node, so this would be more Torment damage. You want to go for this early on, but in end game it can be better to go for the frequency here. You can drop, you know, if you don't need the mana cost in end game, the refund. You can just unspec 2 points here and maybe a couple of points here and just max out the Torment damage. So that's an option. And yeah, otherwise, I mean, blessings pretty much the same as before, just armor and resistance, crit multi, that stuff. Idols also, but you want to be snapshotting. Ideally, you want to be snapshotting 2 of these idols with the increased poison damage while Aura of Decay is active. So basically, you know, you put on the idols, you turn on Aura of Decay, and then you take off the idols, and you still have the 200% increased poison damage as long as the Aura of Decay is active and you don't turn it off. So you can just, you know, put back your duration for Profane Veil idols, and you still have the increased poison. That's basically free 20% crit chance with that. And I mean, Aura of Decay, even, you know, unspec'd, gives you 50% less poison damage. So taken, so it's like free poison DR also, so really nice. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm gonna be starting with. This is really good for everything. Like it's actually better than in 1.0. So it's just like not many people have really played this version with the, you know, with the hit stuff, with the crit stuff, with the profane orbs and all that. So this was kind of like a sleeper version that nobody really found or played, or not many people in 1.0. Of course, like, you know, you had the bugged OP things in 1.0, so it was not needed to go for this also. But so now I feel this is the like the most optimal version of Torment, at least from what I've seen. It's just amazing for everything. You definitely, as a starter, I'm gonna play this as a starter, so you want to be making some changes. You can also follow the leveling guide for leveling, but you know, like you don't want to go for like Chaos Bolts too early and stuff, because you have the mana and everything and all that. Like also like Acid Skin early on is kind of doesn't really do much, because you won't have the poison damage scaling yet for the crit sense. So if you level up with this, either you follow the leveling guide or you just like make some changes. Like early on you want to use Wandering Spirits and stuff like that for damage. So as always in LE, you spec differently for leveling, but for end game this is the setup to go for. But yeah, that's my setup, and I'm gonna be streaming and you know, blasting the new cycle starting today in a few hours. So see you guys on stream, and yeah, have a nice patch, have a nice cycle. See you guys.